roadmap, which is the next thing we're going to be talking about.
Yep. You may have seen my tabs at the top. We definitely have one under development. We are working with a developer. He's close to me in Virginia. He's, I think, only in Washington, D.C. Guy is fantastic, very, very smart. Stepped in and said, let me help you with this project because I believe in what you guys are trying to do. And we've been open and honest with him on the Coastal Crypto retail side of things. And he really, we hit it off. And he's really stepped up to the plate and really helped us out and has taken a liking to the token. So he's the only one really being paid right now from Ccmtoken itself. And that's why the taxes are there. The tax setup is there. But even right now, he hasn't taken a single draw from what he's allotted for his development. He's, doing all this kind of, charity work right now, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Let me stop sharing my screen because we don't want to show anybody the draft. We can at least talk about it. Q4 of 2022, where we're wrapping it up now. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on. I know they have the same name, Coastal Crypto Mining Token and Coastal Crypto Mining LLC. Coastal Crypto Mining LLC is in control of Coastal Crypto Mining Token. Mark and I are not. Okay? That's why Mark said that we've been buying the token with our own money. Coastal Crypto Mining is distributing the token itself. Active pairings on QuickSwap Exchange are underway. We have USDT, USDC, and Matic.
Yep.
We partnered with a dev,
which
for
just to jump back to, we may modify that a little bit with the pairings that we have, but that conversation is still ongoing, and it's mainly due to the current events that are unfolding with all of the current crypto drama. But pairings are going to be made available on QuickSwap just like they are now, but we may adjust them a little bit. Which on your end, your guys' end, it really doesn't matter. It would just mean, you'd be subject to like Matic versus CCM, swapping it that way. It just, it may eliminate one of the avenues of swapping. That's what I'm saying. Or add one. I don't know. We'll see. But that's another thing down the chain. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No, you're fine. So we partner with the developer. Like I said, he's an amazing guy. Been super upfront with us, helping us out. Huge. He's been doing, as of lately, he's built a custom testnet for us for all of our utilities that we're building out. And he's also been basically throwing the works at the security on a contract, making sure that there's no holes in our contract. He's been, putting it through the ringer. So utility development and security has been his main drive the past couple of weeks. We just had a meeting with him 2 days ago, whatever it was. Apply for centralized exchanges. We've already started to do that. We have gotten some feedback from some of them. Mark, do you want to share that information and how crazy it is?
Yeah, so I've actually been sharing it in the Discord. So again, if you want to be more up to date with things like that, I'm just going to read it verbatim, honestly. So we've been reaching out to other custodial exchanges, so a centralized exchange, to see what the requirements are to be listed in this. So we're trying to do some homework, right? We're trying to be proactive to figure out, okay, what do we need to be listed somewhere else, and helping that, getting us to the next step when we're ready for it. So far, we've been told the following. We need to be listed on CoinGecko, which is already in the process. I've requested it. We have another review within another, I think, a week now at this point. It's been a week since I requested it. And we'll see if they like what we're doing, accept it, or anything like that. Basically, they were waiting for the white paper and some other information, so we'll see. This particular exchange also wanted 30,000 social media followers. So essentially, they wanted us to be an influencer, and neither one of us are influencers. I know John has a dream and a hype and all this other stuff of being a massive YouTube influencer, but that's not me, and that's not the direction that I envision anything really. This is basically for those that are about mining, an easier way to find mining, and help mass adoption. So we'll see, and that's our end goal. And then this exchange also wants 4,000 wallet holders. So you guys already know that those that tune in and interact with us and things like that. We're a very small community, but the community itself is very tight, right? Like, we're open with you guys. You guys are open with us. We give each other feedback, things. We razzle each other, all of that fun stuff. And then we also accept the new guys that come in, or the new people that come in, and try to help them out too. So some exchanges we're not going to meet their thresholds or their standards or whatever it is. But then there are others that that they're open. So we have had one exchange say, "Hey, we'd like to do a test." So that's in the works. We'll see what more information they're asking as we move forward with them. Another couple exchanges, one wanted 60,000. Then as soon as we kind of gave them a little bit of pushback, they fluctuated. They wanted, and this is USDT. So they wanted like $60,000. And not a following, none of that. They wanted like legit money, which at this point yeah, exactly. Another one, they then push back on the 60. They're like, well, we can do 30 and with payment plans. And I'm like, no, you just sound sketchy. I don't know if I want to deal with you.
They're all sketchy.
Yeah, they're all sketchy, really. Let's see. Another one wanted 45,000 USDT. So at the end of the day, a lot of these exchanges are specifically about money, and we know that with the big guys, and I haven't even tried the big guys yet. So just with exchanges, it's a goal, but it's not really like the end-all, be-all. It's at the end of the day, getting us into a centralized exchange is only going to help those that are in it for monetary gain. It's not going to help the actual project in a way, or the only help it would give in the project is accessibility, so you guys can then turn around and interact with the utilities that we're bringing.
Right, because the OTC contract is only set for a set amount of tokens. So at some point in time, that OTC contract that we have on our website will be gone. So you will have to go to QuickSwap. You'll have to go to exchanges at some point in time. We're just trying our best to get there and make that accessible for you guys. We're also going to be doing a number of other things to make it to make crypto to make the CCM token available for you guys in case you can't get to the exchanges. You have an alternative to get there. But I'll cover that later on in the roadmap. So apply to centralized exchanges, what Mark just covered. Token IPFS website is in development as we speak. We're running tests on it. So this will be, if you're not aware, IFPS is its own system, separate from the open network, I guess, the open internet. So it can't be taken down. It can't be deleted. It's there forever once it's launched on the IFPS website, Web3. Like Mark said, we submitted to CoinGecko. We have another resubmission coming up in the next about a week or so. So that kind of wraps up for Q4 for us. That's a lot going on. It doesn't seem like a lot, but there's a lot of little intricate pieces that we're having to build out and work on and test. So got a question here or something from Ultra Carbon. I've helped start a few small crypto projects. The biggest issue you guys have is the valuation. I'm holding 119K of your token. It cost me 1,700 worth of Polygon. Extrapolating your value of...
The underlying thing is he's saying that the valuation, which that's a constant conversation that me and John are having, and there are things that potentially we're going to put in place. But it also, there are some things that are going to take place as we unfold the roadmap that could potentially change where we think the valuation is. The valuation, honestly, for me and John is little to nothing. Like, we just wanted to be close to a penny when we launched, and we didn't realize the repercussion of that being funny at 42 billion, 69 million tokens. So we were like, oh, let's just be funny, and we just do this number. But we wanted to just make sure we launched at near a penny. So our goal necessarily really isn't the price of the token. I mean, essentially that is going to be a factor with the utility that we're bringing, because you're going to be taking a percentage of a machine that we're giving a value to, and then you're going to put your value of that token into that machine. So obviously that's going to conjoin with each other, interact some way, shape, or form. So we are thinking about that, having conversations about the valuation portion and what we can do to help not mitigate it, but essentially bring it to a fair portion, right? So there are a couple different ways that we can tackle that. I think we're going to try one particular way that we're going to go over in our roadmap here in just a minute that could help it, and then we may try another avenue. So there are things that we're talking about. So it's in the back of our mind, at least.
We know the boo boo we made.
Yeah.
and it's not really it's not really a mistake. We overestimated. We had anticipated people to buy the token OTC from the contract and not go directly to QuickSwap. We should have held off on QuickSwap a little bit longer, but again, we were testing the waters with QuickSwap itself. But let's dive into 2023 quarter one. This is where things start to kind of pop off for the token, in my opinion. Submit contract for audit. That's obviously number one. First thing in quarter one is to get that contract audited. Wallet counter airdrop. So the plan is to do a automatic airdrop for wallet holders. So if you're holding now, you will get the most out of this airdrop. There will be airdrops incrementally at 150, 250, 500, 750, and so on. It'll keep going up. So the longer you've held the coin, you'll hit every one of those airdrops as the coin builds up.
Yep.
So that's one way we're trying to spread the wealth a little bit. Another big one is a Ccmtoken faucet is being built as we speak. Our developer is programming that out, putting it against the testnet, and making sure that it pays out correctly. And it won't be something that can be not attacked. What's the word I'm looking for, Mark? Exploited.
Yeah. So
there'll be. You want to go into details on the faucet?
So with the faucet, we are putting limitations in. One wallet per day, X amount of days that the wallet will be there, and then also X amount of tokens per day will be distributed out through the faucet. So essentially, we're going to be throttling it enough to where it's going to be. I can't say like it won't, like there isn't a vector, right? But we're trying to prohibit as much as we can any type of exploitation. We're obviously not computer scientists. We never went to school for this, so we're leaning on our dev to help with that. And then, we're really trying to avoid any exploitation that we can, because essentially it's for the wall holders. It's for people just trying to dabble with the project.
We also plan on launching the first machine or award share machine, however we want to. I mean, we're still working on the phrasing because we don't want to get in trouble with the SEC. We don't want to be considered a security. So we kind of touched upon it briefly. Our first machine is going to be an S19. The profit or the shares of the machine will be broken down into, baskets of 10%. You can buy as many baskets as you want, and you get paid out accordingly to the percentage of the machine that you are holding. The machines will all be registered. You'll be able to see the serial numbers of the machines. You'll be able to, vote for that specific pool where that machine is on, and it'll be wrapped payouts potentially for that machine. So that it's going to be this is something we're still working on. We're still trying to figure out the finer intricacies of it. But what we would like to do is do a reimbursement for that tax for when you deposit it into the shared machine. So right now we have a 6% tax on our token for transactions in and out. As you deposit into this contract for 90 days, you stick with the contract for 90 days, that tax will be reimbursed to you at the end of the 90 days.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen. You'll be refunded the tax of your initial deposit into the smart contracts for the machine sharing. So that's quarter one of 2023. Got some more comments from Ultra Carbon talking about the value of the coin. 42 billion tokens places your market cap value at something like 2 billion. That's a non-starter for any serious investor. That would make you bigger than Algorand.
The valuation's less than that for sure. We constantly look at that. I mean,
I think we're below 300 million right now. Market valuation.
I don't necessarily agree with the only way to do it is to burn the token, but that is that is one of the topics that is in discussion. So it's not off the table. Honestly, if we're going to be very honest, right, and transparent, I'm actually pushing for a burn where John is. Let's find another way. And
we'll get to that here in a second. Why I think we should hold off. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not 100% against burning it. I think it's definitely on the table. It's definitely a big pillar on the table. But I think we can utilize different utilities to mitigate the burn kind of situation.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a give and take. We may have to figure something out, but you'll see here in a second as we dive into this a little bit further.
I just hope that like you're bringing these valid points, Ultra Carbon, up. We're already having the conversation, so hopefully, like this kind of just shows like this. We're taking this as serious as someone that's launching a legitimate project, which we are launching a legitimate project and trying to figure this out and keep the project moving in the right direction. So. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. So quarter two of 2023, basic game of chance utility. So, whether it be roll the dice, flip coin, number generator, whatever it may be, we want to implement some kind of chance game utility within our site that we're building out. Just to make it fun, be part of the community. You're waiting for your contract to run out for your shared machine. You got a couple extra CCM tokens sitting in your wallet, so you roll the dice a few times. Kind of situation. Bridge coins for payout, a reward share on chain. So we want to make this a bridgeable token so we can do wrapped payouts is what it comes down to. So wrapped BTC, wrapped LTC, so we can pay out, or you'll be rewarded out your portion of the shared machine within the Polygon network of that wrapped token with that the machine's mining, in essence. One that would cut down huge on fees and transaction fees for you, and you don't have to input a bunch of different wallets. You sign up to the contract with the Polygon, on the Matic network. That gives that contract your Matic address, and then you get paid out to that same address. So less issues for fumbling around with, you didn't, copy and paste the right wallet address into your rewards payout, or you didn't, you put a Litecoin wallet where you're supposed to put a Dogecoin or Bitcoin wallet or whatever it may be. It's one wallet address. So we're trying to simplify it as best we possibly can. We're big believers in the KISS mentality. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
start process to hire marketing for token. So yeah, you can see we're covering a lot of bases between quarter 4 and quarter 2 of 2023, quarter 4 of 2022, and quarter 2 of 2023, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a lot to cover there, and now we are just talking about bringing in additional support for marketing to really push the coin to the next level. So, all the implementations that we made in quarter 1, the airdrops, the faucets, the website, everything else, that's all in place, that's all tested, that's all secure. Now, quarter 2, we're ready to start marketing. We're safe, we're secure, we're not vulnerable for attack. Let's hit the ground running with marketing and really push it hard. Around the same time we're starting marketing, we'll be implementing or launching additional machines, hash shared.
Yeah.
So, that would be 2 to 4 more machines. The Blue Star L1, we'll probably get a couple more of those, potentially an L7 or 2, KA3, whatever, the community wants to see is what we will, be running for the community. You guys have the power to tell us what machines to buy to put on the network for you guys to contribute to. Launch pairs on second DeFi exchange.
We are looking into we're looking into a more well-known DeFi exchange. Our contract currently is not integratable with the version they were on. So we need to adjust some things within our contract, which the dev is already aware of and is on the docket. And once that's done, we then will launch the additional pairings on a more well-known Polygon exchange or Ethereum DeFi exchange, things like that. So I don't want to put the name out there right now, but there are only a few that are very well known DeFi wise, and I'm pretty sure you guys can probably pinpoint it. Infrastructure Q2 so 2023. Since we are in Q2 and we're trying to do hiring marketing to expand the project, we are then at that point also going to expand the infrastructure of this particular of the CCM token. Which what does that mean? That means it's time to add a new lane. It's time to build an aisle, set a rack up, get a Connex container, something along those lines, getting the infrastructure built so then we can start putting in and launching in the additional award machines that we'll be putting into. More S19s, an XP, whatever the new hot thing Bitmain launches, whatever it may be, we are then at that point starting to set up for that next launch.
Yeah, so, like Mark said, lanes, Connex containers, so as miners come in, it's just plug and play for its own designated area in our farm. Standalone network, standalone everything, set up and ready to go. So we hope to have at least 6 machines by the end of quarter 2 of 2023 up and running and available for sharing. It's so tricky trying to keep up with the proper terminology.
I guess really in reality, everybody needs to think of this as like a timeshare. So essentially, you guys are allotting your token into a timeshare so you can get benefits and rewards. Obviously, we're not providing you hotel suites on the beach in Cabo or wherever. We're providing you an S19. And so you get, a nice luxury ASIC chip that you can accumulate, wrap Bitcoin from. So that's literally what this is. So we can kind of just, where we're struggling at with the verbiage of figuring out and just staying safe, essentially, away from security verbiage.
Yep. So quarter 3, 2023, launch additional shared machines. So we were at 6. We hope to get past 6 to 10 possibly. Launch smart contracts for GPU mining and CCM token. So this is where we kind of we're trying to assist with that abundance of tokens, right? The 42 billion. We don't want to pull everything off of the smart contract because we're locking everything up. We have to make a bridge between the smart contract and its own blockchain, so we can make this token or this coin at this point in time mineable for GPUs. So that's going to eat up a lot of tokens itself, just creating that ecosystem, so it becomes a mineable token and not just a smart contract. We're trying to get the best of both worlds here. The smart contract utilization and being able to mine it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And then at this point in time, once it's GPU mineable has been set up and it's underway and it's being tested. I kind of threw this in here just because it's something we've always talked about doing, but we're creating our own coastal crypto mining pool that low fees, low latency for the East Coast. We're trying to maybe set something up in Arizona with Mark, so ultra low latency, low pool fees, and so maybe some kind of incentive for holders of CCM token.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for the pool. Wallet holder giveaway, 50-50 raffle, a 50-50 hash rate kind of giveaway we want to do, kind of celebrate the end of quarter 3 going into a 1-year anniversary kind of scenario. So if you're a holder at the end of quarter 3 and you enter into the smart contract 50-50, you pretty much get 50% hash rate on whatever machine you want for free. And then we're launching article bounty at this point, kind of another plug for marketing and advertising. So anybody who's in Discord or has a background in writing, obviously it needs to be submitted to Mark and the dev and myself for review. But any articles that get published on notable platforms and blogs will get a bounty for those articles. I haven't determined yet what that bounty will be, but it's definitely something we would like to implement moving forward. Do you want to wrap it up with quarter 4? Since I'm having trouble breathing because of my sinus infection.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback on all the things that we just covered, some of this will move around, right? We might be able to accomplish a little bit here a little sooner than, some things in moving around. The things that are set in stone really is Q4 at the current time being. Q1 seems very promising and easy to meet all of those goals, but that doesn't mean that we're going to start looking at Q2 and Q3 of this next year and seeing, okay, well, we've already done X, Y, Z. Can we take, A or C from our next bucket of things? So we may be shuffling the things that are down the road and trying to get those in some quarters as well. I know projects that do that. They always see some success because they see that the team is proactively jumping on the next thing. And not just waiting. So, and that's really what we're going to try to avoid is waiting, and that's why we're constantly, trying to update you guys with the token and things that are going on, more frequent than we have been with just the mine escapades this last year and things like that. So, anything you good? Or you just...
I'm good. Keep rolling.
Right. Yeah.
Keep rolling with it.
Yeah, so expect more things to come. We already do have a slate for Q1 in 2024, which once we have a final draft of the roadmap, you guys will see that. Just a lot of things that we're working on. If you guys have questions, anything particular you want to talk about, always feel free to hit up the group. But beyond that, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah. If you have utilities that you would like to see implemented, that other projects are doing that are lackluster, let us know. We're always open to new ideas and new projects to kind of undertake. We really want to make this token something. I know every token that gets launched. They always say we want to make it special. We want to build it for you guys. We really that's what it comes down to. We launched it to make mining accessible for everybody. Whether you're depositing coins for 50% of an S19 or 2.5 machines, whatever it may be, so you don't have to come out of pocket to buy the equipment and you're not worried about having to resell it when the market dumps. You can get in as long as you want, as short as you want, mine as long as you want, and reap the benefits of having the equipment without actually having the equipment and having to worry about all the shit that goes into it. So we're trying to create a platform so mining is more accessible to everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
But also throw in some other fun utilities along the way, just for people that may not be interested in mining or may not have been able to get into that into a machine to share. So we're trying to create other outlets there, whether it be a pool, whether it be GPU mining, whether it be some kind of vault lockup or escrow system based around our smart contract. There's lots of things that we have in the works and written down. Just got to stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up, and share out the comments, share out the community, invite your friends over, blast other Discord servers and Twitter. Let's grow the community. Let's get the conversation started.